Welcome to History in a Hurry. I'm Professor Malcolm Mazer, and in this episode we will cover the Battle of Midway during World War II. The Battle of Midway, fought from June 4th to June 7th, 1942, is regarded as one of the most critical naval battles of World War II and a turning point in the Pacific theater. This clash between the United States and Japan demonstrated the importance of intelligence, air power, and strategic planning, reshaping the course of the war. Taking place 6 months after Japan's surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, the Battle of Midway halted Japanese expansion in the Pacific and shifted the momentum to the Allies. The roots of the Battle of Midway lie in Japan's aggressive campaign to dominate the Pacific. Following their victory at Pearl Harbor, the Japanese sought to secure their gains and eliminate the U.S. Navy as a threat. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, the architect of the Pearl Harbor attack, planned to lure the U.S. fleet into a decisive battle near Midway Atoll, a strategic outpost approximately halfway between Asia and North America. By capturing Midway, Japan hoped to extend its defensive perimeter and use the atoll as a base for further operations against Hawaii and the U.S. West Coast. Unbeknownst to Yamamoto, U.S. intelligence had broken Japanese naval codes in the months leading up to the battle. Analysts at Station Hypo, led by Commander Joseph Rochefort, deciphered crucial Japanese communications, revealing the details of their plan to attack Midway. Armed with this knowledge, Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, the commander of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, prepared an ambush. The battle began on the morning of June 4th, 1942, when Japanese aircraft launched a bombing raid on Midway Atoll. The U.S. defenders, including Marine Corps and Navy pilots, mounted a determined but largely ineffective resistance. Meanwhile, American land-based bombers from Midway attempted to strike the Japanese fleet, but failed to inflict significant damage. As Japanese aircraft returned to their carriers to refuel and rearm, U.S. Navy dive bombers launched a surprise attack. Utilizing intelligence and innovative tactics, including simultaneous attacks from different directions, American pilots targeted the Japanese carriers Akagi, Kaga, and Soryu. Within minutes, these carriers were engulfed in flames and rendered inoperable. Later that day, the 4th Japanese carrier, Hiryu, was also destroyed after launching a retaliatory strike that severely damaged the USS Yorktown. The destruction of 4 Japanese carriers, along with hundreds of experienced pilots and crew members, marked a devastating blow to Japan's naval power. In contrast, the U.S. loss of the Yorktown, while significant, was far less damaging in terms of long-term strategic capability. The battle demonstrated the dominance of carrier-based aviation in modern naval warfare, as neither fleet surface ships engaged directly during the conflict. The Battle of Midway's strategic consequences were profound. For Japan, the defeat ended their string of victories and curtailed their offensive momentum in the Pacific. With their carrier fleet severely weakened, Japan was forced onto the defensive, unable to effectively counter the growing strength of the U.S. Navy. The human cost of the battle was significant. Nearly 3,000 Japanese sailors and airmen lost their lives, compared to fewer than 400 American casualties. The bravery and sacrifice of U.S. Navy pilots, many of whom flew into daunting odds with little chance of survival, were key to the victory. Their actions at Midway became a source of inspiration for the Allied war effort and a testament to the resilience of the American military. Midway also highlighted the evolving nature of naval warfare. The battle underscored the shift from traditional battleship engagements to the primacy of aircraft carriers and air power. It reinforced the importance of technological innovation, such as radar, and the value of effective coordination between different branches of the military. In the broader context of World War II, the Battle of Midway was a turning point that marked the beginning of a sustained Allied offensive in the Pacific. Following the victory at Midway, the United States launched a series of amphibious campaigns, including the Guadalcanal campaign, which further eroded Japan's ability to wage war. Over time, the U.S. Navy's growing superiority in both numbers and experience would lead to the eventual defeat of Japan. In conclusion, the Battle of Midway was a critical juncture in World War II that demonstrated the value of intelligence, strategic foresight, and the courage of those who fought against overwhelming odds. Its impact on the Pacific theater and the outcome of the war as a whole cannot be overstated, making it one of the most significant battles in modern history. Thanks for racing through history with us on History in a Hurry. If you enjoyed today's quick dive into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a fast-paced trip through time. Please reply in the comments with ideas for our next history lesson. See you in the next one.